As we continue with the March to Madness report, this is Ryan Hansen with a very famous sideline reporter who's on the other side of the microphone today, Craig Sager with TNT. Craig, great to have you aboard with the Arizona Wildcats again. It's been, I think, since Tulsa 3 years ago that you joined the Wildcats.
Yeah, we watch them all the time. We follow every game. I do a lot of NBA games with Steve Kerr, so we live and breathe Wildcat basketball, and he's been looking forward to the chance to broadcast this game all year, and so he's always pumped up, and he's very excited, as we all are.
You had a chance to sit down and talk to Aaron Gordon just a few minutes ago. What are your perception of him on and off the court?
You know, everybody talked about this heralded freshman class we had, who was the best player, and, obviously it's still to be determined. But then you look at what happened during the tournament. Parker for Duke had a horrible game. Wiggins for Kansas, terrible game. I remember a year ago, McLemore playing his first game with Kansas also had a horrible game. And he just seems to be different. I don't know if it's the position he plays, the strength of his body, that he, actually hit a small wall, but he was able to clear it, or just the fact that he's different, because it doesn't seem that it bothers him like it did those guys. Now, maybe those guys were thinking NBA, maybe those guys lost focus. He's talking about, I don't care how many points I score, I don't care anything, I just care about winning. And he just seems to be totally different than the other guys.
As you've watched Arizona's program under Sean Miller now grow from the Lute Olson era, talk about what you feel about Sean Miller and what he's done for Arizona basketball.
Well, Sean, obviously coming from the Pittsburgh area, we knew him back there, and when he went to Arizona, that's a big step up, because there's a lot of tradition there. And, you always wondered what kind of style he's going to get. Was he going to be able to recruit the top guys? And he certainly stepped right in there and made the most of the talent. And now he's at the point where he is getting the best of the talent. So he has that program on unparalleled rise right now in the Pac-12. I don't think you saw coaching changes both at UCLA and USC last year, and you got some good teams with Stanford, and Oregon's been good as well. And the Pac-12 is obviously a good conference, but he is by far way and above the best program right now without any competition or parallel.
You've mentioned your broadcast partner, Steve Kerr, former Wildcat, lots of other former Wildcats in the league. Who's your favorite Arizona Wildcat to interview that's currently in the NBA?
Hands down. Who do you think?
Andre?
No,
Channing?
No.
Jason Terry?
Yes,
Oh,
JT.
okay.
He's unbelievable. When he was in Atlanta, I was doing the Hawks games. Once in a while our games, back then they were fairly good to be national game. And he'd come up to me and go, "Oh, we're on national TV." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll be talking to you after the game." And whenever we do a game and he's playing, he wants to be the guy interviewed on the court after the game. And, it's great that he plays well in national TV games, but it's also not great for the opposing coach, because sometimes he'll jack up a lot of shots just so he gets his stats up. But whenever he sees me, he always says, "Hey, I'm your post-game interview. I'm your post-game interview." I go, "Okay, Jet, no problem."
They would kill me back in Tucson if I didn't ask. Do you have a wardrobe sponsor? Is there someone that, on the red carpet in Hollywood, they say, "Who are you wearing today?" So I'll ask you, who are you wearing tomorrow?
Let's see. You got 3 teams in red, and you got one team, Baylor, that, what are they? Green, gold, neon? It's hard to say.
Yellow.
Yeah, hard to say. So one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to offend the team. So if I wore green and gold tomorrow, it would be ridiculous, because the other 3 teams would kill me. And if I wore red, then Baylor would be offended. So you probably see some blues, which Arizona has some blue in their colors.